Hey, what's up, everybody? Today we're going to talk about the future of Tyron Smith. This is serious. Got more time. All right, guys. So this is a very serious subject. All right. As you know, the Cowboys are doing their OTAs. They have the rookie OTAs integrated now with the vets, and Tyron Smith missing again, lower back tightness, so has not participated here. So it's a conversation that needs to be had, needs to be talked about here, and we're going to talk about a couple scenarios here. Is what is the future of Tyron Smith with the Cowboys here? All right, and then I'll give you my personal take as far as what needs to happen here. Okay, guys. So the first one that we're going to talk about is Tyron Smith mulling retirement. For him, to have this issue, he's had an offseason to help, relax and this sort of thing. And he already has back tightness. You know what I mean? Is this an issue where it's like, okay, you're physically done. You're done. Maybe he just, gracefully retires, lets the Cowboys save some money on the cap. Okay. Take a look at the cap implications here. If, for whatever reason, if Tyron retires, if he gets cut, whatever. Okay, so take a look at this. All right, so take a look at his contract here pre-June 1st. Okay, so we're still pre-June 1st. So if the Cowboys were to cut him, or if he was to announce a retirement or whatever, Cowboys would have $12 million in dead money, and they would only save 5.49 in cap savings. Okay, now here's where it gets interesting for the Cowboys. The Cowboys are all about the cap, and we talk about the cap boy, Stephen Jones in the front office. Take a look at this, all right? And this is the post June 1st, which we're days away, depending on when you watch this video, okay? So if the Cowboys were to wait, to after June 1st, or they designate him as a post June 1st, only $4 million of dead money, all right? And then a cap savings of $13.5 million that, if you're the Cowboys, penny pinching, you got some big contracts coming up, this might be the route that they ultimately go to at the end of the day. But we'll get into that here in a little bit. All right, so that's one issue. Is Tyron, is he mentally into it? We know physically, that it's just not getting any better. All right, he's had surgeries, he's had neck surgery. That helped the back supposedly, but here we go again with the back. So is the neck flaring up again? So the neck and the back with Tyron have always been in sync. Because if his back is messing up, that means maybe his neck is messing up. Okay, and if his neck is messing up, surgery, whatever. He may just have to call it a day, like for the sake of his health. Some people talk about, oh, let's just ride it out. Let the wheels fall off. The wheels have fell off, man. All right, so let's be real about this. And I want to make this perfectly clear with you guys. I love Tyron Smith. I think he's one of the best offensive linemen that has ever donned the star. But like any player on the back end of his career, there's a point where you have to, make a decision. We had to make this decision with Romo, with Witten, with Dez. And the list goes with Sean Lee. The list goes on. And I think this is where we're at with Tyron Smith. So that's one, retirement. Does he want to retire? Does he want to go through the rigors of another training camp? Will he participate in any of this stuff? We saw how he looked when he came back off of rust. That game with the 49ers was horrific. Going up against not even Bosa's. We're talking about Ekubom and some of their other rotational guys. He was having a hard time with them. All right, so it is an issue. It is an issue. The days of him dominating everybody, those days are over. The arc of every player is this, and he's on this backside here. All right. He hit his prime a long time ago. He came into the league very, very young, kind of similar to Tyler Smith, our new rookie. But with that, coming in the league, playing so many years, there's a lot of tread on him. His elbows, his arms, you see the braces, you see the knees, the back. It almost becomes a detriment. Oh, play him until he gets hurt. Okay. But then here we go, in and out the lineup, continuity. We've been talking about this the whole off season. I think that, that they've had these conversations. What happens when Tyron goes out? You know what I mean? So you have players that can play, those positions, whether it's Tyler Smith. I still think Tyler Smith in the end is going to be your guard. I think they like Waletzko a lot. And what you're hearing in training camp, Waletzko, is getting first reps. He's out there getting those reps. It's not Josh Ball, it's Waletzko. Okay, so he's he's getting thrown into the deep end right off the bat. Get as many snaps as you can, because this thing looks like it's heading for something. Something here could happen here with the Cowboys, especially when it comes to the cap and potentially adding more money into their war chest for some players that they're going to have to come up with money. There's money right there. Okay, is Waletzko the answer at left tackle? I don't know. This is something they're going to have to figure out, and maybe this is what the Cowboys do. Maybe they're just going to carry, Smith and see, does he even participate in camp? Is this going to turn into another surgery? Is he going to be done for the year? If that's the case, you're moving on, and you're in a Rob Petiti type of situation. Back in the day with Parcells, he drafted a player, Rob Petiti, inserted him his rookie year at right tackle right out the gate. He did okay, but they knew after that they needed to continue to upgrade that position. So this may be what the Cowboys do here. They may roll with Matt Waletzko at the end of the day on the left side here, and depending on how he looks, then they'll make a decision for that offseason. But Cowboys definitely in a they find themselves in this situation every year. Is this the final year where they're just like, okay, enough is enough. We can't have this in and out the lineup, the continuity that these guys have talked about all offseason. Like I said in the previous video, if they're all about the continuity with Lyle Collins, and that was part of the reason why they jettisoned him, they got to do the same with Tyron Smith. I understand, obviously he's got a little bit more leeway here because he's a legend here, with the Cowboys offensive lineman. Like I said, but at some point, you may have to move on. Okay, so that's one. Does he retire, and do the Cowboys cut him? All right. Do they let him, see what he can do in training camp? We know he's not going to probably play in the preseason. So, do we find ourselves week 1 with Tampa Bay where he's not playing again? Okay, he's done this to us a couple of times. So I think you want to find out right now. I think that's why the Cowboys are giving a lot of these reps to Waletzko to see, is there progression here? Can he be coached up, by Philbin? Is this the next Philbin, project? We saw what he's done so far with Terrence Steele has been phenomenal. You know what I mean? And a lot of that is Terrence Steele really putting in his own work as well. That's a big part of it too. So, but let's go. And what's he doing to improve himself along with coaching? Is he getting out there with Duke Merriweather and these guys? Is he working after hours? Is he putting in extra time to lock that up? You know what I mean? Because from all indications, he's beating out Josh Ball. Josh Ball might be, your swing tackle, and so they got to figure that out too. If there is no Tyron Smith, and it is Waletzko and Tyler Smith there on the left side, then you got to make sure you do have a reliable swing tackle. Is it Josh Ball? You're not hearing very good things about it so far, which is unfortunate. It's possible that the Cowboys do bring in another vet. I think at some point they're going to make another addition here, whether it's picking up somebody off the street or throwing a late round pick to snatch somebody off somebody's roster. So that's where we're at with Tyron Smith, guys. Is he done? Let me know in the comments. What do you think the Cowboys are going to do? Are they going to, just let this thing ride out, and then, address the injury when it comes up? Or do they pull the Band-Aid off and just say, okay, we got to move on and we got to save some money, flip that money next year? So interesting position for the Cowboys. I think we're going to get some clarification on a lot of this here in the next couple of weeks. You have mini camp in June. All right. Does Tyron participate? Is he still on the team? You know what I mean? Does he participate and get hurt? You know what I mean? So it's you can't play in a bubble wrap type of situation. You know what I mean? It just hurts the team. We saw these bubble wrap situations before with Sean Lee and Romo. And, you know, if a player's just, you know, on the back end here, always injured, you gotta get ready for life after the particular player. But guys, let me know what you think here. Is the future for Tyron Smith? Does he retire? Does he get cut? Is he a post June 1st, you know, cut? Or do the Cowboys ride it out? Let me know in the comments what you think is going to happen here with Tyron Smith. Appreciate everybody. Have a safe Memorial Day. Salute to all the vets and everybody that has put in for this country. Appreciate everybody that has, you know, continued to protect this country. And that's what Memorial Day is all about. All right, guys. See you for the next one. Peace.